Traffic jam. Traffic jam. When many vehicles are stuck on the road and can't move easily. Example: I leave early to avoid the traffic jam. I leave early to avoid the traffic jam. I am stuck in a traffic jam. I am stuck in a traffic jam. Change lanes improperly. Change lanes improperly. To move from one lane to another in a way that is not safe or allowed. Example: I change lanes improperly in heavy traffic. I change lanes improperly in heavy traffic. I got a ticket for changing lanes improperly. I got a ticket for changing lanes improperly. Hit and run. Hit and run. When a driver hits another vehicle or person and then leaves the scene without stopping. Example: I witnessed a hit-and-run accident. I witnessed a hit-and-run accident. I took down the license plate of the hit-and-run driver. I took down the license plate of the hit-and-run driver. Get fined. Get fined. To receive a monetary penalty for breaking a law. Example: I got fined for running a red light. I got fined for running a red light. I got fined for using my phone while driving. I got fined for using my phone while driving. Hit a pedestrian. Hit a pedestrian. When a vehicle hits a person who is walking. Example: I accidentally hit a pedestrian. I accidentally hit a pedestrian. I stopped my car immediately after I hit a pedestrian. I stopped my car immediately after I hit a pedestrian. Crash into the store. Crash into the store. Travel regularly between home and work. Example: I crashed into the store due to brake failure. I crashed into the store due to brake failure. I crashed into the store during a rainstorm. I crashed into the store during a rainstorm. Overtake. Overtake. To pass another vehicle that is going in the same direction. Example: I overtake the truck on the highway. I overtake the truck on the highway. I overtake the car in front of me. I overtake the car in front of me. Car collision. Car collision. When two or more vehicles hit each other. Example: I called my insurance company after the car collision. I called my insurance company after the car collision. I was involved in a car collision yesterday. I was involved in a car collision yesterday. Signal. Signal. Indicate an intention to turn or change lanes. Example: I signal before turning left. I signal before turning left. I signal to change lanes. I signal to change lanes. Commute. Commute. Travel regularly between home and work. Example: I commute by train every day. I commute by train every day. I commute for 1 hour. I commute for 1 hour. Fall off the bike or motorbike. Fall off the bike or motorbike. To lose balance and fall from a bicycle or motorcycle. Example: I fell off the motorbike when it skidded. I fell off the motorbike when it skidded. I fell off the bike and hurt my knee. I fell off the bike and hurt my knee. Carpool. Carpool. Share a car ride with others. Example: I carpool with my colleagues. I carpool with my colleagues. I carpool to save money. I carpool to save money. Refuel. Refuel. Fill the vehicle with fuel. Example: I refuel the car at the gas station. I refuel the car at the gas station. I refuel before a long trip. I refuel before a long trip. Launch. Launch. Set a boat in motion or into the water. Example: I launch the boat from the dock. I launch the boat from the dock. I launch a rocket. I launch a rocket. Land. Land. Bring an aircraft down to the ground. Example: I land the plane safely. I land the plane safely. I land at the airport. I land at the airport. Park. Park. Leave a vehicle in a particular place. Example: I park my car in the garage. I park my car in the garage. I park in a lot. I park in a lot. Reverse. Reverse. Move a vehicle backward. Example: I reverse into a parking spot. I reverse into a parking spot. I reverse carefully. I reverse carefully. Tow. Tow. Pull a vehicle or object with another vehicle. Example: I tow a broken car. I tow a broken car. I tow the trailer with my truck. I tow the trailer with my truck. Accelerate. Accelerate. Increase speed. Example: I accelerate when the light turns green. I accelerate when the light turns green. I accelerate on the highway. I accelerate on the highway. Brake. Brake. Stop or slow down a vehicle. Example: I brake to avoid the pedestrian. I brake to avoid the pedestrian. I brake at the stop sign. I brake at the stop sign. Drive. Drive. Operate and control the direction of a vehicle. Example: I drive my car every day. I drive my car every day. I drive to work. I drive to work. Ride. Ride. Sit on and control a bicycle, motorcycle, or horse. Example: I ride my motorcycle on weekends. I ride my motorcycle on weekends. I ride a horse. I ride a horse. Sail. Sail. Travel in a boat with sails. Example: I sail my boat on the lake. I sail my boat on the lake. I sail with my family. I sail with my family. Fly. Fly. Travel by aircraft. Example: I fly to New York once a year. I fly to New York once a year. I fly with my favorite airline. I fly with my favorite airline. Walk. Walk. To move on foot. Example: I walk to the store. I walk to the store. I walk in the park on weekends. I walk in the park on weekends. Row. Row. Propel a boat forward using oars. Example: I row every morning. I row every morning. I row with my friends. I row with my friends. Steer. Steer. Control the direction of a vehicle. Example: I steer the car with care. I steer the car with care. I steer to avoid obstacles. I steer to avoid obstacles. Transport. Transport. Move goods or people from one place to another. Example: I transport goods across the city. I transport goods across the city. I transport my kids to school. I transport my kids to school. Pedal. Pedal. Move the pedals of a bicycle to make it go. Example: I pedal faster to go uphill. I pedal faster to go uphill. I pedal my bike to school. I pedal my bike to school. Navigate. Navigate. Plan and direct the course of a vehicle. Example: I navigate to find the shortest route. I navigate to find the shortest route. I navigate the city with my GPS. I navigate the city with my GPS. Hitchhike. Hitchhike. Travel by getting free rides from passing vehicles. Example: I hitchhike to save money. I hitchhike to save money. I hitchhike with a friend. I hitchhike with a friend. Hop on. Hop on. To get on a form of transportation quickly or easily. Example: I hop on the subway. I hop on the subway. I hop on a bike to get around. I hop on a bike to get around. Cruise. Cruise. Drive or travel smoothly at a moderate speed. Example: I cruise with my friends. I cruise with my friends. I cruise along the highway. I cruise along the highway. Skid. Skid. Slide uncontrollably on a slippery surface. Example: I skid on the icy road. I skid on the icy road. I skid when it rains. I skid when it rains. Unload. Unload. Remove goods from a vehicle. Example: I unload the cargo. I unload the cargo. I unload the groceries. I unload the groceries. Deplane. Deplane. Exit an aircraft. Example: I deplane with my luggage. I deplane with my luggage. I deplane quickly. I deplane quickly. Cycle. Cycle. Ride a bicycle. Example: I cycle to the park on weekends. I cycle to the park on weekends. I cycle around the park. I cycle around the park. Turn, turn. To change direction. Example: I turn left at the traffic light. I turn left at the traffic light. I turn around when I miss my exit. I turn around when I miss my exit. Embark, embark. Begin a journey, usually on a ship or plane. Example: I embark on a cruise. I embark on a cruise. I embark with excitement. I embark with excitement. Depart, depart. Leave a place, especially to start a journey. Example: I depart for the airport. I depart for the airport. I depart from the train station. I depart from the train station.